And a very pleasant Tuesday evening to everybody. Welcome to Ridgecrest Talk right here on KZGN. It's a Tuesday night, and we're here over at the dog yard on a Friday afternoon trying to find out about Cerro Coso baseball this year and what we're going to look forward to. And I'm with a couple of local Ridgecrest kids. We've got James Pooley. James went to Burroughs High School, was a pitcher and outfielder, and Biggie Hernandez. Don't ask him what his real name is, but they've been calling him Biggie since about 5th grade when he started to break a lot of hearts in the elementary school. But Biggie last year, a star over at Burroughs, very good hitter, a pitcher and outfielder, does a lot of different things. Well, let's start with you, Biggie. You miss high school at all? You're pretty happy to be at the community college?
I'm pretty happy to be at the community college. I did miss high school at first, but then I just got used to the college.
Mm-hmm. What about you, JP?
I'm just happy to be up here, playing at the next level.
Okay.
I think it's going to be pretty awesome.
All right. Now, explain to me a little bit, guys, about what you've done all fall long. What's fall ball been like?
Fall ball's just been working on what you need to work on with your bat and also with defense. Just getting better.
Yeah, just been a lot of hard work, a lot of hours spent out on the field, on the grind.
Okay. Now, tell me about some of the things that you guys did in the off season. Nice and loud for people.
Over the off season, I usually I went to the baseball fields, took some batting practice, and just practice on the game, getting better.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of running, threw a few bullpens, a lot of weight training, getting back in shape ready for this season.
Let's talk about some of the guys that are here. A lot of freshmen this year, and what do you think of your teammates? And I know you saw a few games last year. It's hard to kind of compare last year with this year, but what do you think of your ball club so far, Biggie?
I think our ball club's going to be we're going to be good. A lot of new talent here from different, so I'm excited about it. Excited how we're going to be.
Yeah, definitely.
just like in the majors, they walk right across. What about you, JP?
Yeah, we're definitely freshman heavy, but we got a lot of talent out here, and we're a pretty strong ball club, so excited to see how it goes.
Now, I'm going to ask you guys something. Now, during the off season, is it easy to try to get motivated to go out and try to work on your game, go to batting cages and things, or do you have to motivate yourself harder in the summertime, especially when it's hot? Let's start with you, JP.
There's definitely a lot of distractions, so I wouldn't say it's hard to get out. You just gotta get in that mindset early in the summer. Don't get distracted.
Okay, what about you, Biggie? Your thoughts on the off season?
Off season, yeah, there is distractions, but if you want to get somewhere where you want to go, you just have to make sure you're committed and that you gotta do it because of love the game.
Now, I know you guys are both pretty good hitters. All right. To talk about the troubles that you might have on off-speed versus a fastball, is that a big adjustment you have to make sometimes, especially at this level where you're going to see a little bit more variety of pitches?
Yeah, I think so, because we have to get used to the off-speed because we're probably not going to be able to see as much as we did in high school. And with the fastball, I think the fastball won't be too hard to adjust to.
What about you, JP? You think you're going to see more variety of pitches up here than you probably did in high school?
Oh, definitely. You're going to see a lot of variety. You just got to clear your head and hit what comes at you.
Okay. All right, well, don't go away. We're going to be back for our second segment, and we're going to have more from Biggie. We're going to talk about metal bats versus wood bats with the guys, and both these guys just local products from Burroughs High School. Right after this timeout, this is Ridgecrest Talk. It's Tuesday night. Tom Heck, Biggie Hernandez, and James Pooley back after this timeout. And we're back for our second segment tonight. If you just joined us, this is Biggie Hernandez, and this is JP, James Pooley. And these guys, both graduates of Burroughs High School, both freshmen. Both guys had very good high school baseball careers. I know, Biggie, you played a little bit of football and basketball also. JP, did you play other sports too at Burroughs?
Freshman, sophomore year I did wrestling, but other than that, just baseball.
Stuck to baseball, huh?
Yeah.
Now, really, last year I thought you had a very good season. You won the league, you were the #1 team, and you had kind of a bumpy first round game. And in fact, I called that game on radio. But what are your thoughts when you think back about that one game? Biggie, start with you.
I just try to forget about the game because it really wasn't. It wasn't all that. It wasn't good at all. you have those games where you do good, and then we just didn't have it, I guess.
Now that was a team from Granite Hills, I believe, that you played from the Apple Valley area, and the team I know that you've beaten before, and it just happened to be. And the strange thing about baseball, you could beat a team 5 or 6 times, but just on a one night, one afternoon basis, things can get pretty hard.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can beat anybody sometimes. Now, if someone asked you, JP, if someone made the statement to you, momentum is all about pitching, what would your thoughts be?
I'd agree with it. If it all starts on the mound with that batter, the pitcher, catcher, if you can't throw strikes, then everybody's going to be flat on their heels.
Okay.
So you got to keep it exciting, keep it in the strike zone.
All right, what do you think, Biggie, with that? If someone said, hey, you know what, momentum is pitching, your thoughts?
I agree with that. If your pitcher's throwing strikes, I feel like it goes way smoother with the game. And as long as you hit also, to help out your pitcher.
Okay. Let's talk about middle bats versus wood bats. Now, and of course, in college you can use the middle bats, and in high school pretty much it's middle bats. In the big leagues, obviously, it's wood. But have you kind of played around with the wood bats at all, or have you just always used metal bats, guys? Start with you, Biggie.
I played around with the wood bat. I used wood during off season, especially in the batting cages, because I feel like if you hit better with the wood bat, once you go towards the metal, it'll be easier to hit that sweet spot on the barrel to hit better.
Okay. What about you, JP?
I played a lot with wood bats a lot during the off season, but trying to narrow down that sweet spot, because if you can hit well with wood, you can hit well with metal.
Okay. Now let's talk about velocity of pitching. In high school, average speed for a good fastball would be what? Start with you again, Biggie.
I would say around to 84 to 86. Probably be like around a good off speed or fastball for high school.
What about you, JP?
Yeah, right around 85 would be an average fastball.
Okay. And JP, where would you say your fastball is right now if you had to time it?
Right now, probably around 85, 86.
85, 86. Yeah. What about you, Biggie? Your thoughts?
Probably say mid to high 80s.
Mid to high 80s, okay.
Fastball.
Now, most major league players, basically with a good fastball, would you say 94 to 97 on average?
On average, yeah.
That's about 94 to 97. Okay. As far as the middle bats go, they've tried to dull it a little bit, but on a line drive back to the box, do you think it's still an issue that, especially with maybe the little leagues and other leagues where they've had, people hit and some serious injuries, is it something that maybe they should look at and try to bring back the wood, or do they think that, hey, that's just part of the game?
I just think it's part of the game. Accidents are going to happen. They happen in every sport. So it's just part of the game, really. But I think as you get older, you should stick to wood. But as if if you're little, the metal bats are fine.
Okay.
I believe.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with Biggie. It's definitely part of the game, and it'll happen. Definitely.
Okay. Now, let me ask you guys this. Today you're scrimmage against Barstow. What do you guys, and you go into coach's mind, what are you looking for in a game?
I'm looking forward to get better, see how college is, because this is my first college game. See how the competition is, how fast the pitcher throws, the velocity of it, and just getting the feel of the college life, feeling the game.
Now, last year we played Barstow 3 times, and one of those games here was very, very close, and the other 2 games weren't as close, but we had some pretty good rivalries in the past with Barstow. This program has gotten better. Brian King is their coach. Brian used to be the assistant coach here some years ago, and now has his own team over there. So I'm looking really to a fun year this year with baseball. I think we're going to have a lot of close games, a lot of interesting games, and it should be an awful lot of fun. Before we go to our next break, let me ask you this, JP, as far as the academic life goes. Is the adjustments a lot tougher academically here than it was at Burroughs?
Yeah, it's definitely, you got to manage your time a lot, You just got to set time aside for your studies and stuff.
All right, your thoughts, Biggie, a little bit tougher academically?
Academically, Yeah, it is tougher. You just have to make sure you are really good with your time management because there's more distractions in college because they have more free time.
Right.
So you just have to make sure you know what your goals are and you got to stick with the studies.
All right, we'll take our second break. We'll be back for our third segment. Don't go away. We've got Biggie Hernandez, also James Pooley, graduates of Burroughs High School, now playing up here for Cerro Coso Community College. Back after this timeout. This is Ridgecrest Talk right here on KZGN. And welcome back to Ridgecrest Talk. I'm Tom Heck, Biggie Hernandez and James Pooley, and they, again, both graduates of Burroughs High School, and we've been talking a little bit about academics and maybe how tougher it is at this level, how much more study you have to do. But you guys have a morning study hall, don't you? You have to be here by 7:30. How does that go, JP?
I think it's good getting us up here early, you know, less class missed. Since we're waking up early, we don't have to worry about people sleeping in too much.
Yeah, very good. What do we think, Biggie?
I think it is good because it gets you up in the morning, and when you wake up, your mind is fresh, so it's easier for me to do my work. So I get a lot of work done in study hall.
Okay. Now I know that your dad's very active. He's coached quite a bit in town, and I think he's done a really good job with the kids. What have you done? As far as your dad working with you, does your dad still get you out there quite a bit in the summer and other times? Or?
Yeah, well, he's been really busy. He's been coaching my brother's team. So since as I got older, he's coached me for all these years. So now it's time for him to really coach my brother, which I understand. But if I do ask him, of course he's gonna take me to go out there, hit ground balls or pitch to me. He's always down to do that for me.
Yeah. Now, in high school, you played football, you played some basketball. So you kind of miss doing all the sports right now, or you pretty much focused on baseball, and that's more happy?
I mean, when I go to the football games or basketball games, I'm gonna miss it some, but I'm really focused on baseball because that's what I want to be when I grow up.
Okay. What about you, JP? I mean, you just, as far as just concentrating on one thing up here, you're pretty happy to do that?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy to just focus on baseball, spend all my time and energy out here on the field.
Now, where do you guys see yourself in a couple of years? Is your goal to, obviously, you have goals to play at a 4-year school and maybe get some scholarship money, but to at least go to a 4-year and basically get your degree. I think that's important. You guys kind of starting to look around the corner here, even though it's early this day and age. You kind of have to make contacts ahead of time. But you thought about that at all, Biggie?
I've thought about it, yeah. In a couple of years, I still see myself playing baseball in 4 years. I also think about my degree, but I just really don't worry about it, even though people say to. It'll happen if it happens. I just play the game.
Your thoughts?
You definitely have to keep that in mind. My goal is definitely to go to a 4-year, hopefully, God willing, D1.
Division I player now. At the Division I level, where would you see yourself? Big outfielder or a pitcher?
I see myself playing in outfield and hitting. That's where I see myself.
What about you, JP?
I definitely see myself on the bench pitching.
Okay. Now, going back to last year, what were your final numbers, Biggie, as far as batting average and extra bases? Do you remember what you had?
I was saying my batting average was around 300, a little bit higher, and I had 4 home runs and I think 5 triples or something. I'm not quite sure, but I think it was around there.
Okay. What about you, JP?
I think my batting average is around 435, around there with 1 home run.
Okay. And last year you guys had a really good season. Only lost a couple of games, and unfortunately the one game was the playoff game. You know how far Granite Hills got last year when they played?
They lost in the second round, I believe.
Do they really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think they played Laguna Beach next, if I can remember right, and don't know exactly what. Remember seeing the score, but I don't remember exactly what happened with that. All right, well, before we leave you, we'll hopefully have you back again this season. I know that the real season doesn't begin, when I say when it's for keeps, until the middle towards the end of January. But this is a great place to come watch baseball, and I've watched in my 14 years at Cerro, I watched a lot of great baseball here, and have a lot of good memories of the dog yard. So we're looking forward to getting you guys out there again and having a good season. So. All right, Biggie, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, JP also.
Thanks for having me.
All right, best of luck, guys.
Hi, Mom.
All right, JP, James Pooley, Biggie Hernandez. Appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully next Tuesday night we'll see you again. For Biggie and JP, I'm Tom Heck, bidding you a very pleasant good evening. This has been a production for Ridgecrest Talk right here on KZGN.